Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. Also, surprise bonus video. So yesterday I was sitting in my office working on the computer. There was a knock at the door and took a look at the Ring camera and saw that there was a delivery person dropping off a box. So I let them get back down the driveway and I scurried over to the door, and it was a box from Kringle. So this is a PR package here, so I did not pay for these candles. Kringle was kind enough to send them my way, and I am here to share my thoughts with you. This is just a first sniff impressions video, so I have not burned any of these candles, and in fact, I have not stuck my nose into any of these candles. I will be doing that for the first time with you on camera. I really like doing these first sniff impressions videos because it's kind of fun for me to go back and compare once I do my post-burn reviews. Sometimes candles can change completely from cold sniff to post-burn. So I think it's worth kind of doing both styles of videos myself. So today we're gonna go ahead and dig into the 3 candles that are a part of the Reserve holiday launch. And there is also the winter flight collection as well. So there's 3 in the Reserve, 3 in the winter flight. And we're gonna read through the fragrance notes. I'm gonna stick my nose in these, tell you guys my kind of first impressions, and then we're gonna get to burning. So if you are new around here, if this is one of your first videos here on my channel, first of all, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you are notified of all of my post-burn reviews. So without further ado, I will put the information for where to shop with Kringle Candle in the description box down below. I will also put my ambassador discount code down there. That will save you 15% off of your purchase of any of these candles when they go live. So, okay, the first candle that I grabbed is obviously from the upcoming Reserve launch. This is Champagne Bliss. So they do have the fragrance notes listed on the bottom, so that is where I will be reading them from. So the fragrance notes with this one read citrus, effervescent, cassis, I love cassis, floral, white grape, and fruit. So I really hope that this is kind of a fun, not necessarily like mimosa style candle, but something kind of in that vein. I love these effervescent champagne-y type of fragrances. So I really hope that the bubbly, if you will, is noticeable in here. So let's take a look. Oh, bubbly right off the bat. It's very effervescent, you guys. It's almost like you're sticking your nose into a bottle of Prosecco or champagne or sparkling wine. You really kind of almost, it's like you kind of feel the bubbles in your nose in a weird way. This is super fruity too. That white grape definitely hits ya. It's very sweet. I almost feel like there is a little bit of like a maraschino cherry. It's like a really sweet, intense cherry type note, cherry juice type note. It's like I feel like I smell like a maraschino cherry in here. I like it. I really do like that note a lot. I smell that pretty cassis in here as well. The citrus is nice too. The citrus that I'm getting here really does smell just like a little dash of like a fresh orange, a really bright, fresh orange. Ooh, you guys, this is fun. This would be a fantastic New Year's Eve fragrance. And I tell you what, I think this is what we're gonna be burning New Year's Eve here at our house because I like this a whole lot on cold sniff. And it's potent on cold sniff too. That doesn't always translate to a strong, like super powerful burn or like strength when it's lit, if you will. But a lot of times it can be indicative of a candle being, you know, quite noticeable. So I'm really impressed with the cold sniff strength for sure on this one. So I like this. I love this. I love this one. This is a good one. So let's go ahead and just stick with the reserve since this is what I grabbed first, and then we'll do the winter flight collection next. So the next one is, ooh, winter crystal. Did I show you? I don't think I showed you the label. It's a pretty simple label. You've obviously got some coupe glasses that are being filled with champs. So yeah, pretty picture, simple. I like it. Now this winter crystal just has a really pretty blue hued snowflake on it. I definitely like this label. Our notes for winter crystal are, ooh, I think this is gonna be pretty. Okay, crystallized vanilla sugar, rose quartz, amber citrine, silver birch, and shimmering musks. Ooh, okay. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Honestly, my very first whiff, I was like, But the more that I smell this, yes, it's sweet. I smell a lot of amber in here, a really beautiful perfumey amber. Listen, I know a lot of you are kind of like over the perfumey scents from Kringle this year. This is kind of my first year really getting into perfumey scents. My nose has been going through a lot of changes for the last couple years, and I'm finding myself embracing a lot more fragrances that in the past I really wasn't into very much. And these perfumey scents are definitely something that they're really speaking to me right now. But I do understand that a lot of you are kind of like, it's a lot of perfume. But this perfume, oh, this is good, you guys. It's really unique. I love the amber in here. It's a very warm, resinous amber. This is quite musky. The musk that they have in here is definitely just like its own note. A lot of times musk can just play a supporting fragrance where you don't really notice it. But in here, like, I feel like I smell a very distinct kind of white musk kind of vibe. Almost, oh man, go back with me here. Do you guys remember the Jovan white musk from the 90s? I loved that back then. And I think that's the type of musk that I'm getting here. It's really pretty, man, and it plays so well with that amber. I like that. Rose quartz? I don't know what a rose quartz. They don't smell, but as far as like just rose itself, this doesn't really smell overly floral to me at all. Crystallized vanilla sugar. This is quite sweet. It's a sweeter perfumey, but also warm, musky, cozy. I would wear this as a perfume. Like, this is definitely something where if I smelled this in a bottle in Sephora, get in my cart. Like, I would wear it. This is gorgeous. I like it. It's really interesting. Listen, if you're willing to give another perfumey fragrance a chance, I think this is a good one to take a chance on. I really do like that one. And then I do know what the last one's gonna be now, and I'm kind of excited. And hold on, my assistant finally arrived. For those of you that are new, this is Alf. I'm a pug person. And this is my boy Alf. He is the sweetest guy that you will ever meet, and he is in the background of a lot of my videos. So you're probably gonna hear him start snoring here in a minute. So yeah, please enjoy the free pug ASMR. Right, buddy? You're so good at it. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Gingerbread and frosting. First of all, adorable, absolutely perfect gingerbread on here. Of course, gingerbread house, I guess I should say, on the label. So festive for the upcoming holiday season here. You want to lay down? Okay, you can lay down. There you go. Okay, so we have to adjust. All right. Our notes here read, ooh, I will say, these labels on the bottom are very off-center. That one's centered. This one is very off center too, so I think they might need to recalibrate that machine or something here. Okay, pretty simple notes on this one. So we have pastry, vanilla, spice, sweet, berry, and cream. I don't know what berry would have to do with a gingerbread frosting type of scent, but let's see. Ooh. That's a nice gingerbread. It reminds me more so of the like soft European gingerbread, not like the ginger cookies, like the crunchy ginger cookies. This is a soft gingerbread. This is quite sweet. Listen, if you don't like sweet scents, you definitely, I think, are gonna wanna avoid this one. This is like hyper sweet to my nose on cold sniff, so I anticipate that when this is burning, that it's probably gonna give off that same level of sweetness, which I think could definitely be perceived as cloying by some people, so just keep that in mind with this one, I guess. Man, that's really good. I do think that there is definitely like a sweet frosting type note. There's a good amount of vanilla for sure. And the spice that's in the gingerbread is not overly spicy. Like it really is softer in its presentation. I really prefer like the soft European gingerbread. The gingerbread that I've had over here in America is just, I don't know, I feel like there's almost like, it's too gingery for me. I'm not into it. And this level of ginger I think is really nice, but I cannot get over the sweetness in this one. This is very, very intensely sweet. So if that is not your jam, I mean, you're probably not even gonna like consider this one. So anyway, out of the three, I don't really think there's a bad one fragrance wise. And I will say they all smell very potent on cold sniff. So I really hope that that potency on cold sniff translates into being potent when they are being burned. So I'm gonna give you guys some initial post-burn updates in my weekly home fragrance roundup. So if this is one of your first videos here, every Saturday I upload a video called the weekly home fragrance roundup, and I basically go through everything that I have been burning over the course of the week and kind of give you guys some updates. So even if I have reviewed a candle already formally, it gives me an opportunity then to come back after reviewing that candle to be able to continue to give you guys updates on how they're doing after the halfway point. So, and then obviously I do empties videos at the end of the month. But if I had to pick a favorite out of these three, man, I think it's gonna be the Champagne Bliss. I think I'm gonna give it to the Champagne Bliss. Second, I think would be, okay, there's a tie between second. I don't think that I can pick between these two. I love all three of these. These are great scents. Winners for sure in my book. Okay, next is the Winter Flight Collection. So let's go ahead and start with Arctic Highway. I really do like the labels on these. So I did take a look at the labels when I opened this box yesterday, and they're very, very pretty. So this is the Arctic Highway. These I think actually would probably just aesthetically, let me see that one and this one. Yeah, aesthetically, I think these would be fabulous for after the holidays, January, February. I think these would be really pretty to put out around that time. But let's see. Oh wait, let me read the fragrance notes. Keep it away from my schnoz for now. Okay, so Arctic Highway. Ooh, it is, I can smell that already, and I'm holding it kind of far away. Okay, wood, fir, floral, sandalwood, amber, and sweet. Very perfumey. This is, oh my, this is like pure men's cologne. Very, I would say like more of like a sweet men's type of cologne fragrance. There is fur in here. I can smell that fur for sure. Gosh, it's funny. They have amber listed here, but this is definitely not... Amber is not the most noticeable note in here. If I really stick my nose, I can smell the amber, but I feel like I'm smelling a lot more of that fur, that woodiness, and it's all wrapped in this like perfumey cologne type situation. I like this fragrance as a like men's fragrance, but I don't know that I would necessarily want my entire house to smell like this. It's a little too, I think it's a little too masculine for me, but I do think that we can definitely make this a bedroom candle for sure. That's where I would put a fragrance like this. Sweet. There is kind of an odd sweetness to it for sure, but not like your typical candy sweetness. It's kind of hard to explain this one. I do smell some sandalwood in here. Floral, I don't think there's anything overly floral in this. The woodiness for sure, like that initial wood note that I mentioned is there. Yeah, this one's interesting. I don't love this one. Listen, I'm always honest about whether I like a fragrance or not. This is one of those really perfumey scents that isn't necessarily up my alley, but I do think that those of you that like these more manly cologne type scents, I think you're definitely gonna enjoy this one. So, okay, sorry about that. I had to readjust a little bit with Alf here. So next, let's go ahead and dig into Winter Frost. Really like the label on this one. This is obviously kind of a grayscale photo of a tree line here. Really, really pretty and definitely makes me think January for sure. So this Winter Frost lists the fragrance notes as floral, herbal, mint. Okay, one thing to know about me if you're new around here, I do not like mint. I do not like peppermint. I'm one of those weirdos where for whatever reason, I love peppermint tea. I will happily eat a candy cane. I will drink a peppermint hot chocolate, but I don't want my house to smell like mint. I just don't like it. We all have our things and mint is it for me. So yeah, floral, herbal, mint, green, musk, and then green again. So green must be very prominent in here. So let's see. This is interesting. Definitely immediately, once again, gives me slightly perfume vibes. The florals are not super distinct here. It's not like I'm smelling a rose or a gardenia or a freesia or anything like that. It's maybe a mix of a few different floral notes, and they're quite sweet. This is a sweet take on floral for sure. I smell the mint. It's not super potent. It's not like the most prominent thing in here, but there is mint in here for sure. But since it's not like the entire fragrance, I think that I can probably enjoy this one a little bit. The herbal, it does have kind of a strange herbalness to it, but it's not like a distinct sage or anything like that. It's a little bit of like a generic herbal. The green does not smell leafy. I feel like the green smells a little grassy in here, which is interesting because, I mean, I could see putting that like green grassy type fragrance note in a spring or summer type fragrance. I think it's a little unique or interesting to put it into a more winter type scent. But it does smell more grassy green to me than it does leafy green to me. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't dislike it, but I'm also not like incredibly drawn to it on cold sniff. I think this is one of those ones where I'm gonna have to light it and really try not to judge it based off of just the cold sniff here. So I will say, if you're looking for a sweeter floral, if you're looking for that kind of green grassy type scent, if you like those herbal touches in your home fragrance, and obviously if you're a fan of the mint, most people are, I think you're gonna like this. I think that I need to burn this one. So yeah, and the musk that's in here, this fragrance does not come across as musky. So this is one of those situations where the musk, I feel like, plays the supporting role for all of the other fragrance notes in here. Whereas with the, this is where they were, right? Yeah, with the Winter Crystal, there's a definite like musky, like specific musky vibe that you get from this one. So this is interesting. I don't dislike it, but I don't feel like I necessarily really like it yet. I need to not form opinions until I burn these. That is something that I have learned from doing these first sniff impressions videos. So yeah. Okay, Tranquil Winter. This looks so beautiful. Wherever this picture was taken, I want to be there. I want to be here. Doesn't that look gorgeous? So you've got like what looks to be like a little alpine village on a lake with the mountains in the background. Who wouldn't want to live there, right? That's so beautiful. Man, that's pretty. Okay. Fir, herbal, apple, spice, wood, and musk. Tranquil Winter. Did I say tranquil water? Winter. Tranquil Winter. Oh. Oh, love. Right off the bat. Yeah, we're burning this like around the holidays. The fir note, it's fir, right? Oh, the fir note in here. This is gorgeous. First thing that hits you. Beautiful, warm, like holiday tree fir. Oh man. This is sweet. This has some definite sweetness to it for sure. Like that sweet resinous tree sap type of sweetness, not like candy or anything like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so stinking good. Apple, yeah. Not spicy though. I don't smell much spice in here at all. Maybe the spice comes out when I'm burning it, but this is not a spicy scent. Definitely goes straight from that like holiday tree note into a really sweet, I would say borderline baked type of apple note. This smells so cozy, you guys. Oh man, that's good. Herbal. This one's not super herbal to my nose. Wood. I don't smell a whole lot of woodiness here. I mean, other than, you know, like the fir tree note and the musk. No, this is not like a musky scent at all. So the musk here must be playing the supporting role. But honestly, this is predominantly the fir and that baked apple. That's the bulk of what I'm getting here on Cold Sniff. I'm actually wondering what this is going to transform into once I light it up. I am lighting this one up first, right after this video, because I love this. In fact, now that we have smelled through all of these, this is number one. Even with those reserve candles, listen, I love this champagne. Where'd it go now? I love this champagne Bliss. Oh, put the lid on it. But this is number one. Out of all 6 of these, this is number one. Oh, Kringle, you better put this in a 4-wick and keep it around forever. This is so good. This is really well done. And it's the perfect label for it. Oh my gosh, I have to light these. Okay, listen guys, I know that Kringle has had a ton of launches this year, and I'm not gonna tell you that you have to buy all of these or any of these. You buy what is in your budget at this point in the year. I just want to give you guys some information in terms of how these candles smell, how they perform, and you can decide whether they are worth investing in or not. But for me, I have really enjoyed a lot of these launches that Kringle has put out this year, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to bring to us this next year. I think they've done a really good job of being innovative and coming out with a lot of different types of scents. But I do agree that they have definitely started to lean very perfumey this past year, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe they branch out to some of the other, you know, fragrance categories as well. Like, I would love to see more gourmand fragrances from them. But if they keep putting out stuff like this Tranquil Winter, I'll happily buy it. Oh my gosh, this is so good, you guys. I can kind of smell a little bit of that herbal now. Just a slight, I feel like it's sage. I think I smell some sage in here. This is really pretty. Man, I love that. Okay, anyway, like I said, for what it's worth, if you are interested in purchasing these, they are launching this Friday, December 6th at noon Eastern Standard Time. You can use my discount code, like I said, to save a little bit of money. I don't know that any of these are necessarily going to sell out. You might be safe waiting for some post-burn reviews. I know there are several other ambassadors who were sent these. So you should be seeing some post-burn reviews coming up here from everybody shortly, and I will certainly be digging into these this week as well. And like I said, tune in on Saturday and we can do some updates, but I like to wait until I burn my candles at least a third or ideally halfway down before I share post-burn reviews, because I think with most candles, if you can get to the halfway point without a bunch of issues, then you're usually, not always, but usually good to go for the remainder of the candles. So, but I'm a huge fan of the Kringle soy formula, and it usually has a beautiful clean burn for me. So I'm hopeful these all do, but we shall see. So I appreciate you guys being here today and tuning in for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Alf is leaving. Bye. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.